GanJa.
GanJa.
Hello.
Hey, here we are at Super Intense City. How's it going, folks?
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, finally some nice weather after some of the worst winter camping conditions I have ever seen.
True. Hey?
Yeah, experienced it or not, the hurricane winds, like, you know, they rattled everybody's setups. A lot of people got wet and got sick and stuff like that. It was, when you, like, the everyday shelter is like a large part of what you do. I mean, forget taking out the garbage or forget, it's a struggle. Like, it is a lot of work, you know, and with absolutely no assistance, and all from you know, except for the community and some donors, and Reverend Al tarps and stuff like that. Like we have what our community looks like today, and I was going to make a banner that said, "What would your community's refugee camp look like?" You know, because would you do as well through the winter, or you know, what would you know, would it be structural? Would it keep the winds and the rain out? You know, I don't know. It takes a little bit of practice, and that was like not a dress rehearsal.
No. How many folks do you think are here now at this?
Well, somebody counted 105 tents or more, and it's hard to count daily. Hey, Steve, we're doing an interview. Just for a minute or two, would you mind, please? Thank you. So that means that some are storage tents and some are most are double occupancy minimum. Right. So it's really hard to count, but this week it seems almost overnight, with the 55 units from travelers that burned and that have been displaced. I know that they will open some shelters for them, but I feel like we've absorbed another large proportion similar to our own. And I think that we must be pushing over 150 for sure, because the conversations that you can hear at any given time, especially at night, we seem to be a lot more than what we were previously, for sure. Yeah. You know, and with the increased, you know, everything, it's almost like molecules in a thermal energy exchange. It's like there's more friction, there's more everything, excitement and everything. It's like there's a lot more going on than previously, which is cool.
Quick question: why do you think so many of the hardcore homeless, people I've seen who I've known for like 20 years, why do you think they're coming here? Why do they feel safer here?
Why is that? Because basically we don't take our tents down, we have to deal with bylaw and the cops in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, you get sick of it. We take our stuff and, you know, it's in the park. So we have to more people are coming here because it's safe and you don't have to take our tents out, like a home for everybody.
I heard that from a lot of women, that they feel safer here. Why?
You see like a true representation of the number of women, which are actually, you know, which is nice because, you know, we're generally tend to be a little bit more like behind the scenes, but the reason why is because we can group together, we can talk on a daily basis, we can make sure that we're all safe. You know, we're literally within earshot of our main support, our community, within earshot. If there's something wrong, we can. It doesn't take much to say that, you know, to like watch this.
A lot of people come out.
So right away people start looking around. It's like downtown East Side.
Response.
I find that in the downtown East Side on Hastings, people really watch each other's back and the message gets out real fast in like seconds.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's cool. Right. No, you know, there is immediate response if somebody yells about something. See? Yeah. We gotta say, and that feels really good. So we have our issues, we have our daily struggles, and it is a lot of work still here. However, it is much preferable to the alternatives, which is constantly having the entire city's resources pitted against us. Yeah. Which is like, okay, fine, you don't want to help us, then fine, whatever, we can make do. But when you have like, you know, entire police force and bylaw and everybody that is actually uses their policies and everything like, to war with us instead of helping us, that's an entirely different thing. The fact that we managed to withstand that goes to show our tenacity, and the fact that, well, this is our home. Like, I've lived here for 22 years, you know, lived here forever, pretty much. Yeah, so it's like, it's not like we're transient, you know, we're definitely not. Yeah, and as are most people here.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm Kim Hothead. I'm Kim Hines from the Committee to End Homelessness. I've been homeless myself, just to say who I am, because often people forget, and a lot of us do go way back. And I forgot what I was going to ask. That's my fibromyalgia. But I'm really impressed with what's happening here, and I'm thinking maybe we'll wrap this one up because it's so amazing.
Well,
Is there
now
something
people
else
came
you want to
through
share?
This Easter weekend, I heard a
Yeah.
lot of comments from like moms and kids that they like it. They like us.
Yeah.
Which is really, it's cool because we don't normally get to hear that on a day-to-day basis otherwise, right?
That's the thing
You
is
know,
about the
people
community.
passing by in cars.
Yeah.
But people can come and take a walk through, and you know what? They get it. They get the perspective of, even though there's junk and pallets and stuff lying around, it's like they still understand that that's because shelter is no small thing. When you have to erect shelter and keep it like from absolute scratch with no money involved at all, practically. I mean, this is a really good example of that because we've done well and we've withstood the worst of winter conditions. So,
and I think the
we're
city
proud of that.
and the city of and you should be proud of it, by the way.
Thank
You folks
you.
are amazing. The city of Victoria has saved a lot of money. A lot of police have come and said to me that they're really happy about what's happening here because then it gives them time to spend on actual crimes, because I guess they were jacking you guys up so much every day.
They absolved the sexual crimes unit completely, and we didn't know why. You know why that? I mean, and that's a very serious one. We were not sure why. You know why that wouldn't be one of the priorities for sure.
They
sex
dissolved
crimes against women, or they absolved the entire unit in the Victoria Vic PD.
Good to
So
know.
we'd like to see that come back as for sure.
They used to come bug us all the time, right? So like basically that's calls from us.
Yeah.
You wanna-
Stealings every time they deal with us, they have to do paperwork and everything, right? So
Yeah.
it's more
Exactly.
Basically, they can deal with
When all we're trying to do
problems
is just
and everything else.
survive, and we do a really good job of it when you know left to our own devices. We can run ourselves
Yeah.
quite well. You know, everybody, you know, feels safe. Some people don't like large crowds, and maybe they're just sleeping, you know, individually. But that's their own choice, right? It's not like as if they weren't safe and welcome here.
What kind of support? Okay, so I get that what you're saying, and I totally agree. I also believe that you folks need more support, health issues, different concerns around stuff around that. Like, how can people help? Do you think we should do more outreach? Like nurses and health come and do
It'd be
more
nice
outreach?
if they came more often, yes. It would be nice if they were allotted more resources to come. It's nice that they do come and they do drop off supplies with with a few of us, right? We do need a lot of everything, really.
Okay.
But I mean, we're fine either way. What we need is not to be displaced for sure.
Right on.
Yeah, until at least we have another site to go to.
And do you want to say welcome to everybody to your site that you folks organized?
Yeah,
The
welcome
website?
to Tent City, Victoria. Intensity, super intensity.
And welcome to their website. Take care.
Intensity.ca.
Yeah.
Thanks. Ciao.